In today's discussion, we'll discuss with you guys about the blood grouping. We'll talk about several concepts, like we'll talk about the blood groups like A, B, O, AB, and as well talk about the positive, negative. What is meant by the blood group A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, O positive, O negative, A positive, AB negative. Now, what are all these talking about? Along with that, we'll talk about donation. Who is the best donor in all these types, and we'll also talk about the recipient, who is the best recipient, and we'll also talk about the antigen, antibodies. So in short, we'll talk about multiple concepts in this particular lecture. So let's move towards the very first point, that is actually the core concept, blood vessels. From the blood vessels, we know this point very well, that in the blood vessels there is blood floating. And remember, blood is composed of the blood cells and plasma. And here, regarding blood grouping point of view, we'll focus the blood cells. One of the blood cells, like here is the blood cell. Now, if you take the blood cell and you just took one person, this is suppose first person, that I'm actually taking this person for the examination. I took the blood from the person, from this particular person. Now he says or she says, please doctor, tell me about my blood group, and I will forward him to the lab, where the technician will just observe his blood grouping under the microscope. So what he or she, the technician, whether it is what he or she will observe, if the blood is actually placed under the microscope and the technician observes this kind of structure on the blood group, so if he observes or she observes this kind of blood structure on the blood cell, so he will call this particular person and he will tell that person that you are having the blood group A. Now a question rises, then what is A positive or negative? What does that mean? It's very simple. So if along with this type of structure the technician finds such kind of another structure, then the technician will suggest that this person is having A positive blood group. Now what are these two things? Very simple. The structure that you see on the blood cell is actually called as antigen. This very important point, antigen. Okay, the structure is actually called as antigen. These are mostly proteins hereby, and antigens can be of different types: proteins, carbohydrates, lipids. It can be anything. Antigen can be anything. So regarding the blood cells, you must remember that mostly these are actually proteins, and these are actually proteins. So what is this? This is a kind of protein of this shape, if seen under the microscope, that is actually called as type A. Means the particular structure is actually giving a kind of representation to the blood group of the particular person. So I got this one person and I just observed his blood cells, and I got this type of structure under the microscope. So I will say you are having A group, and if this structure is also seen thereby, then the particular patient or person is A positive. The particular person is A positive. What if there is no this kind of structure observed? Only this kind of structure is seen, then that person is actually A negative blood type. Means the blood group of this person is then A negative. Now what is this actually? This particular structure is called as Rh factor. So if this Rh factor is available, then it is positive. If it is not available, then it is negative. Not available means negative. Okay, so in this case, now this person is having this kind of protein which is having the shape just like A, means it is resembling to the A. So that's why this person is having the blood group A and is also having this factor which is called as Rh factor. So that's why this person is donated with, or is actually given a card with, on which there is mentioned that this person is having A positive blood group. Okay, I hope you got. So now what is the positive here by the positive concept? Simple. When this kind of structure is seen, then the patient, the person, or whether the patient, that can be any case. The person can be the patient or simple person who is here for donation of the blood, and the patient is actually asking for the reception. Anyways, in short, this particular person is having then the blood group A positive if this factor is available. So now hereby this person has A positive blood group. If there is no RH factor, then there is A then that person is having A negative blood group. So let me draw a negative also for this one. Here is now the next person having this type of the blood group and having no any RH factor. So then this will be called as what? Simple, A negative blood group person. A person having blood group A negative. Got? So here is RH factor, here is no RH factor. If there is no RH factor, then that person is having A negative blood group. Now let's come towards the next one. If another person comes with a blood group observation, means if the blood sample is taken and observed under the microscope, and the technician observes this kind of structure on the blood group of the second person, then this person is actually a B blood group. Okay, having the blood group B, because this is actually resembling to the B. Now guess what? If this person has this also, so then this will become B positive. Okay, otherwise B negative. If there is no this factor, this type of structure, this is actually called as RH factor. Okay, if there is no RH factor, then the person is actually B negative. Now here we have this structure, and along with that there is another this structure also available. So these two structures are available, means we have this type of antigen which is representing the B blood group, and this is RH factor which is representing the positivity. So here we have now this structure, along these structures are actually telling us that this person has blood group that is B positive. And the third person comes and that is having this structure. Now this third person has got two antigens. This antigen we got that this is actually representing type A, and this type of antigen is representing type B. So now this person has both the antigens A and B, so this person is actually called as AB. So now here is no antigen, this person is AB negative. If here comes the RH factor, okay, so then it is called as AB positive. So the blood group of this person is AB positive. Now here comes another one. This is the particular structure seen of the fourth person. Now this person is actually called as type O. Why? Because there is nothing, zero. What? Simple zero is there. Neither type A antigen is there, nor B is there, nor RH is there. This is for A, for B, and RH. None is available on the surface of this blood group, of this blood sample. So when I took this blood sample and I observed under the microscope, I got nothing here. I got neither A nor B nor RH. I got nothing. Okay, none of the factors and antigens is available. So now this is called as O negative, because nothing is available. And guess what? Sometimes we get a person of the blood group having just this particular factor, which is actually RH factor. Then this particular person is named as RH positive, and this is actually given, this person is then assigned with a card representing the O positive blood group, because this person has the RH and this person has no antigen available, means neither A nor B antigen is available, but the factor is available, because of which this person got the assignment, because this person got the title of the positivity. So now this person has O positive blood group. Because of what? Because of RH. So here you got how many blood groups? 1, 2, 3, 4 blood groups, and in the 4 we got some other positive and negative, because of which we got then how many blood groups? So we have generally 8 blood groups, and 2 types of antigens are there, type A or B. These 2 are the antigens. 2 antigens are there, either A or B, and groups are actually, because of these 2 antigens, then we got how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blood type groups. So we got here the concept of the antigen and blood groups along with positive and negative. Okay, so negative positive concept is actually also observed. Now another point comes that who is the best donor and who is the universal donor? A very simple and interesting point regarding donation. Now who can donate to whom? The very interesting point, simple point and interesting point. Yeah. Now the point that we are listening in lower grades, okay, like in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th and 12th grade, that O is considered as to be the universal donor, UD, universal donor, type O. This statement is correct, but a little bit more correction is needed. That is actually O negative. Increase this point also. Negativity is also supposed to be increased. If you have the blood group O negative, then you can donate to the entire 7 types, because you are the 8th one. Okay, so then you can donate to the entire 8 blood group types people. Got? Now, if you have O positive, your donation will then limit. So that's why universal donor statement is okay for the O negative, not for the O positive. Now a question arises here, what is wrong with O positive then? Simple, very simple. The point is this, that if you have a O blood group, here's our O blood group, okay, you have Rh factor, so you are O positive, and you do not have any antigen. So when you do not have any antigen, you have just only this factor, then you can donate to positive, whoever positive is, A, B positive, A positive, B positive, if you are having this type of antigen. But if you have no Rh factor, then what will happen? So you are now negative. You can donate to the O positive. You can donate to the AB positive plus negative. You can donate to the A positive plus negative, A negative. I'm talking about A negative, and I'm talking about hereby the AB negative. So if you are having O negative, you can donate to the B negative positive also. So you can donate to all then. Why? Because you have nothing here. You are nil from all perspectives, like you don't have antigen type A, B, and Rh. You don't have anything. So that's why O negative is considered as to be the universal donor, not the O positive. Okay, O positive can only be given to the positive, not to the negative then. So O negative can be given to the all. So from now onwards, just remember one thing, O negative is the universal donor. And who is the universal recipient? AB positive is the universal recipient. Here's our AB positive. Now A can also come, B can also be given, and whether it is B positive or negative can also be given. So all, remember, AB negative is not the universal recipient. Why? Because if you have AB negative, and here I told you people about, if you are giving O positive blood to the AB negative, you are actually interacting positive and negative. So from now onwards, remember two important points. O negative, AB positive, these two are supposed to be considered as universal. Okay, O negative universal donor, AB positive universal recipient. Universal recipient. This is the one point. The second point that you guys must remember is, second point, positive negative should not be interacted. Positive negative should not be interacted, should not be given. Okay, there are certain exceptions. I'm not going in that. First of all, for a comprehensive understanding till now, just get this point: O negative is universal donor, AB positive is universal recipient, and never cross or give positive negative interacting blood. Means the positive blood cannot be given to the negative patient, though the blood group is same. Means blood group is same, like OO, but if one is O positive, another is O negative, you're not supposed to give or donate, receive or donate the blood between these two guys. Okay, though they have same blood group, like there is O, but the type is in the sense of positivity or negativity. If that is different, then you cannot give. Okay, should not be given. The same goes for all the groups. If you have A positive and A negative, you should not interact them, because A positive negative cannot be interacted according to the rules that I have just told you guys a moment earlier. So 2 points. Number 1, O negative universal donor, O positive is not universal donor. AB positive is universal recipient, AB positive is not, negative is not universal recipient. Here O negative is universal donor, can give, AB positive can get from anybody. Got? So from now onwards, these 2 points should be in your mind. And the next point, that is regarding the antibody. Now what is this antibody about? Very simple and interesting point. Suppose I have blood group B. I have blood group B. So including blood cells in my plasma, means one person is having the blood group, that is I have blood group B. Within me, within my blood, in the plasma, there are certain antibodies known as type A antibodies. Very interesting point. So I have blood group B, but my antibodies are actually type A. Now, why this is like that? Very simple, very simple. So this is actually the blood group of mine. I have B positive, and I have this kind of antibodies with me. So now what will happen? Antibodies are supposed to be for what? They are supposed to protect you against foreign antigen. We have several types of antibodies that are available in us. So whenever any antigen is coming, so within our blood, there is actually plasma. Within the plasma, there are antibodies. Those antibodies are then fighting against those antigens. Anti means what? Against. Bodies means what? Body. So against the body. So against the body, whatever is coming to your body, it will damage that. So this is why the A blood group cannot be given. So if I give A blood group to this person, so if someone is infusing me the A blood group, I have antibodies against this blood group. So these will fight. They will not allow to be interacted or to be given space in my body. So that's why the blood clotting is actually happening or seen. So this is why the blood grouping is first of all identified. Then there is actually cross match done. After that, there is the then transfusion done from one person to another person. There is then donation or reception of the blood. So this is the very concept of antibody. Antibodies are actually, remember this point, a very easy point. From now onwards, you will not forget. Remember. So whatever is your blood group, whether it is B, A, C, C, whether it is A or AB or B, or whatsoever it is, the antibodies will be against. So I have blood group B, antibodies will be A. Now another point, a question from you guys. So if I have blood group B, I have antibodies A, and if I have blood group A, I will be having antibodies B. Why? Because I told you here that antibodies are against the particular group that I have. I have B, antibodies will be A, means against my blood group. What for? In order to stop the foreign type of the blood from me, or whatsoever antigen is coming to my body, that will be stopped then. Now I told you about the antibodies regarding type B. So if I have blood group B, I will be having antibodies A, means antibodies are always against. So if I have blood group A, antibodies will be type B. Now a question is that from you guys, if I have blood group AB, if I have blood group AB, then what will be the antibodies? Question from you guys. If you guys know, write in the comment box. If you guys don't know, let me tell you now. Simple. So if I have AB, then what type of antibodies will be there? Remember, boys, AB, boys and girls. If you have AB, you can receive from anyone. You don't have antibodies. You don't have antibodies. Simple. And what about the O? Here we have no antigen. So if there is no antigen, means, so O, I told you here, O blood group, O negative can give to anyone, but O negative cannot accept from anyone other than O negative. Okay. So what will happen now if you give type B blood group or type AB or A blood group to this O? That will not match, and O is not accepting. What is the reason behind? The reason behind is very simple. It has both the types of the antibodies, whether it is B or A. This is type A, type B. Both the antibodies are available with this particular person. So that's why if you give A blood group, this blood group will then interact with that group, means then it will destroy. There will be clotting. They will not match. So we cannot then give. So this is the reason behind we cannot give blood group other than the O to the O patient. Means if it is O negative, we cannot give the A, B or AB blood group to this patient if this person is a patient and needs blood. So that's why we are supposed to find a blood group of the same type for this one. So in short, AB has no antibodies. Why? Because it has both the antigens. I told you antibodies should be against the antigen. So now we have two types of antibodies for now hereby regarding blood cells. Other than this, we have number of other antibodies available. But regarding the blood, we have two antigens, so two antibodies. Antigens are actually A, B, and if the same are found here by somewhere like A, B. So in short, we have two antigens, A and B, and antibodies should be against the same two, like A and B. If blood group is A, antigen is actually A, and antibody is against of this, that is B. If blood group is B, antibodies are against, that is A. And if blood group is both A and B, so there is no antibody. And if blood group is 0, means there is no antigen, so then there will be both antibodies. Like both the A and B antibodies are available hereby. So here we got our discussion complete. If still you have confusion anywhere, drop in the comment box or just rewind the video, and thank you for watching.